Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the Stelmo Show. So we're just going to hop right in some shadow runs. I'm going to run against my average split times. PB is a 24:15. Shooting for sub 23:30, kind of the same as Sonic's any percent run. I think it's possible. I think it's doable, especially if we find some crazy glitches and stuff. But since all the stuff has been found with Sonic's any percent, this is kind of like Shadow's kind of been put on the back burner, so it's time to bring him back, eh? I guess let's just kind of go ahead and get started here. What do you say? In 3, 2, 1, here we go. This run's super awesome. I hope I can do the runs some justice. Let's go through here. Big important thing between Sonic and Shadow, other than obviously Shadow doesn't have the gems, so we can't use them, is anytime Shadow's falling, we can do a jump dash or a homing attack. Sonic is not able to do that in this release. Chaos said that is something he's going to implement for Sonic in future releases, but that's going to allow us to have a lot more flow to our movements. So I'm really excited about that and playing with that again. Yeah, I know. We're going to have to make some memes for Shadow's run. I don't know. We already have the fake 360 and Flame Core, but we don't really have any other like good memes for Shadow other than Troll Truck. But here's our first major skip of the game, which is kind of goofy. I actually haven't been getting it very consistently. But if we just take the hover car and do a jump, we can literally just climb up this wall here. And then if we do the hover just right, hopefully... Oh, I missed it. I messed up. We call this eagle skip. What you can do is if you get enough height with the hover car, you can actually fly straight into the load trigger, completely skip this whole hovercraft section. Again, something that's going to be patched. Oh my goodness. I want to... there we go. That's some good height. You can actually fly over the trigger too, but as long as you're kind of aligned with the wall there, you're good. So there we go. So usually if something's to the east of us, really nothing to worry about, thankfully. Really does suck though for all the people to the east of us. So this is Troll Truck here. This is one of our Shadow memes. There's this one truck that just flew by me. Sometimes it hits us, sometimes it doesn't. All right, Flame Core. Flame Core is a little bit different with Shadow than it is with like Gemless Sonic. We have to fight a lot more enemies, and we're going to see our first instance of uninhibited mode in the run. So if you don't know, in addition to his souped up Chaos Boost powers from Chaos X, making Shadow's like powers actually good, he also gave us a fourth thing that you unlock when you get S ranks in every stage with Shadow, and then you find the power up in Dusty Desert. But allows for that cutscene at the very end of Shadow's story when he takes off his inhibitor rings. Or, you know, it's from Sonic X, if you ever watched that TV show. What it allows us to do, so this is uninhibited mode, it's basically a super form. It just drains energy meter instead of rings. So, one of the interesting parts of Flame Core and Aquatic Base is making sure that we always have meter in the bottom right, because it actually drains pretty fast in comparison to like it draining meter when you're just in regular Chaos Boost. Oh, I did a head chop there. Are you proud of me, Kuriru? But conveniently, at least in Flame Core's case, we have a little we have a capsule there that completely refills our meters, so we don't have to worry about that. But the big thing about uninhibited mode is it kills multi-hit enemies in one hit, just like Sonic's super form does. Who's still alive? But the thing is unlike the super form, there's a consequence if we run out of meter. So if we run out of meter, Shadow will literally stay on the ground in like a recovery animation for 5 seconds. So we want to do everything we can to avoid that. And a cool way to avoid that in this stage, normally you want your meter to run out, because while Shadow's in an automated section, he doesn't have that issue. But if you drag it along with you into section 2 of Flame Core, you can just pause and restart, and that gets rid of it as well. All right, Radical Train. So Radical Train with Shadow is actually super fun in both section 1 and section 2, because we're understanding the level design. We're just gonna not destroy the train and just jump right around the barrier. That first one is really easy to do. It's the second one that's a little bit more difficult. But his movement is really fun through here. I'm barely not getting it in Shadow's line of sight here. See, that's his line of sight. And we grab that and then almost die. For some reason in Radical Train for me, the spin dashes are always weird. And I feel like I press it like one more time than like I actually mean to. All right, and obviously super fun thing because Chaos didn't have the foresight to see that Shadow's Chaos Spear can go through invisible walls. Because of the charge spear doing damage, we can just destroy the train and we don't have to do any of section 2. Yeah, we haven't seen Dave in forever. There's the lag you were talking about, Alex. Aquatic Base is probably my least favorite level just because of the beginning. Because if you don't do this beginning section in a very specific way, it goes from really fast to insanely slow. Like, there's literally no room for error. And sometimes even if you, sometimes even if you do it perfectly, the purple, the Mephiles worm that we Chaos Spear there at the beginning to get our uninhibited mode, sometimes it just puts up its shield and then you can't do anything because the Chaos Lance, I guess it's kind of an oversight, but the Chaos Lance doesn't stun enemies, even in its base form. So you literally just have to sit there and wait for the worm to unguard. Wants to do another run? Maybe she would do a shadow run. Maybe. She was not a big fan of the Sonic run. Ironically enough, the shadow run might be better because it's more slower. Like, playing the game casually is a little more slow paced. Started and ended yesterday. I don't know, Bonzo. I mean, you can do a more unreasonable sub goal for part 2. I will do a Sonic any % run with keyboard controls. Anyway, let's give Dave our hug. There you go. Thanks, Dave. Glad you're a good sport. We do get Amy and Blaze gameplay, and I hope it's gonna be good. I don't know literally anything about the next update, other than the very few things that Chaos has posted about. The keys are a 1 in 6 instead of a 1 in 9 like in Kingdom Valley, because the last key is always in this cage at the end. B to, oh my god, I didn't have any rings. You know, when like a new Sonic game comes out, obviously, because I'm gonna play that day 1, so I might as well stream it. Oh shit. 32 minutes for our first full run back. I'm not too upset with that. If you're on YouTube, you can click right here for the previous video, right here for the best video for you, and up here to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.